Delicious.
Yes. Show me your moves.
So I've got today's stream. I might do a stream tomorrow. And then that's gonna be it for me for a little while. Until I get back home from Vienna. Should be really fun though, for sure. Nice catch, nice catch. They're so goofy. Falcon's up B is not really that safe. The closest thing it has to being safe is like the weaving, but even that, like you can realistically react to it in almost all positions. You just have to not commit before you read the final drift. Once you just get used to just waiting till he lands, it's really not that hard. Maybe it's just harder online. Well, online and reacting, you just use them in the same sentence. Of course there's gonna be some trouble. Damn, he thick. Alright, fine. Brother moment. Nice, nice. How does Falcon fight Banjo? The way you want to play the Banjo matchup is just be patient. Focus on walking a lot of neutral and walking up. You can just shield or parry a lot of his projectiles on reaction. There's not really much you can do to stop it. Predictable, Steven. I don't know what you were thinking. Holy sh**. Oh, that was almost...
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Sadness. He is, however, disproportionately rewarded for what he does compared to the rest of the cast. Like, he carries, but that doesn't mean he takes zero skill. Who doesn't carry? Well, he carries the most, I'm pretty sure. But even then, that's no reason to, like, be weird to the players. If you enjoy my content, consider subscribing. It helps the channel more than you know. I think Steve has to work less than any other character in the game to succeed at higher levels of play. Most of his barriers are technical rather than necessarily about like learning interactions and things like that, you know? Because he does have some really difficult technical, like some of the nil stuff. But then it's funny that the two most successful Steve players don't even do too much of it for the most part. Like both Onan and Akala, like they play more simple than you would expect. For the most part, they kind of just play more fundamentally based, I guess. They don't necessarily try to like force tons of set play that you just lose to. Technically, we're all making a mistake by not picking Steve. But Steve players have the same choice available to them that we do. If we make the wrong one, that's on us, you know? Ayo? There we go. I mean, Steve doesn't have the tournament results to get banned. I wouldn't be surprised if one day he does, but even if that day does arrive, let's be real, Smash community never bans anything, so you might as well just move forward under the assumption that nothing will ever happen, and therefore the best thing you can do is just try and learn to deal with things. Focus on learning Steve counterplay, because for the most part, the Steve players lab their character far more than we lab against them. Try to change that. I do think Steve as a character is only going to get stronger as the game goes on, because I think he has more depth than any other character in the game. Why did you down B there? I think a lot of bad Kirby's will like use the down B as a crutch. They don't know how to play disadvantage. They're like, let me just not even play advantage. I'll just dip. It's hard to ban characters even if they are ban worthy. Which no one is in this game yet. Maybe someone will one day, but the results have yet to reach that point for anyone. As a whole, if you look at like top 8s for majors, there's usually pretty good character variety. I feel like there's a lot to appreciate, and people sometimes just get so fixated on, oh my god, this character needs to go every single time they need to go, or every single time they do well. When like there are clearly characters that are better than others, that are doing better than others, but even they aren't like completely dominating everything, and they have moments where people beat them. So, I don't know. But as far as like banning stuff goes, it's really hard to when there's no centralized authority figure. This is something that I feel like people who don't actually go to tournaments get confused about a lot. The Smash community isn't really one giant community. It's basically a gazillion small ones that just interact with each other. There's a reason why so many events have like different stage lists, slightly different rules, different cultures, and a bunch of other stuff. There is no like unified anything because we're completely grassroots. Like being super grassroots definitely has its own benefits. Like as a whole, like you can get some kinds of like culture moments and other things that probably wouldn't happen at something that was more official and more traditionally esports. So we do get some stuff that, you know, more officially licensed sanctioned games are probably not going to be getting. But we're also lacking in money, and we're lacking in any kind of consistent rules for anything. Delicious. Oh, I did an air dodge. They're learning! Let's go! Let's go, players on Elite Smash learning. I was like, really? They didn't know that?